Heute und Hallole von Chris und Fee vom Podcast Erlebnis Irland. Ich bin Chris, ich bin Fotograf und Podcaster und Fee, meine Frau, ist Lehrerin und Geschichtlerin, wollte ich sagen. Sie ist Lehrerin für Geschichte und Englisch. Experienced Dublin like never before on sightseeing adventure across land and water, verkündet die Viking Splash Tour vollmundig auf ihrer Webseite. Um die geht es heute in der heutigen Episode. Draußen in Deutschland hat es jetzt heute auch über 30 Grad, da ist eine Abkühlung nicht schlecht. Darum dachte ich, wir produzieren heute diese Episode. Die Fahrzeuge, das sind Amphibienfahrzeuge aus dem Zweiten Weltkrieg. Sie sehen ein bisschen aus wie gelbe Raumschiffe zur Rush-Hour in der Stadt Dublin. Loki, Thor, Odin, Freya, Walküre, das sind die Namen nach nordischen Gottheiten. Bereits bei vorherigen Besuchen in Dublin, also in 3 oder 4, waren uns diese seltsamen Gefährte, Vehikel aufgefallen. Bisher konnte ich aber Fee noch erfolgreich daran hindern, da mitfahren zu wollen, bis es dann kürzlich soweit war und ich dann doch eines der Fahrzeuge besteigen musste. Natürlich rein aus historischem Interesse, versteht sich. Schließlich musste man ja mal sehen, wie sich die Soldaten am D-Day in diesen Fahrzeugen gefühlt haben. 8 von diesen Amphibienfahrzeugen fristen nun ihr Dasein, ist vielleicht falsch. Sie stehen jetzt nun im Dienst der Viking Splash Tours in Dublin und fahren Touris durch die City. Wir haben an einer der Touren teilgenommen und auch natürlich fleißig aufgenommen. Und jetzt bleibt mir nur noch übrig, euch viel Spaß zu wünschen. Es war ziemlich spaßig und auch manchmal ein bisschen feucht. Also, viel Spaß.
Also es geht gleich los. Wir machen Boarding in diesem Amphibienfahrzeug aus dem Zweiten Weltkrieg, mit dem die Amerikaner in der Normandie gelandet sind und D-Day. Früher gab es 22.000 dieser Amphibienfahrzeugen bei den Amerikanern. Mittlerweile sind nur noch ein paar hundert übrig. Und ein paar fahren hier in Dublin bei den Viking Splash Touren durch. Leonie, findest du es cool?
Ja, schön.
Ja, also Leonie ist begeistert. Wir werden hi. Her name is Leonie.
Leonie?
Yeah.
Leonie. Nice to meet you, Leonie.
She's a bit shy.
Fine. Yeah, I am too. I'm shy too.
Yeah. We're doing a podcast and your company is informed about it.
Yeah.
So
You have to give everybody €50 if you want to do a podcast.
Probably.
No. Need money.
Good idea.
Leonie, jump up there.
Can you introduce Viking Splash Tour a bit?
Sure. So welcome to the tour. We're going to spend 1 hour 15 minutes going around the city, and then we're going to go in the water. And on the way, we're going to show you funny things from Dublin.
And your name is
Patrick.
And how long are you working here for? How long are you working here?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yes. The other Viking got killed in a raid. So he was raiding the coast of England, and the police got him because apparently it's illegal now to raid.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're going to have a Viking funeral for him tomorrow. We're going to put him on a boat, light it on fire, and push it out into the Mediterranean.
And there's lots of beer, I suppose. There's lots of beer, I suppose.
1 or 2.
Okay. Otherwise, Matt.
Otherwise, mead.
Mead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Colum.
Hi, Colum.
Colum might be better at answering
Yeah,
questions
I'm Captain Colum. I'm the driver.
You're the driver.
I decide whether you sink or swim today.
That's good.
There's a button over here, it's for submarine mode, okay? So if you're not well behaved, if you don't do what Patrick says, you go submarine mode.
Also wir haben schon sehr viel Spaß. Leonie, magst du es noch? Brauchst du was zu trinken? Nein. Okay.
I watched a YouTube video about remembering names. Very helpful. It was a little bit helpful.
How it is to be a Viking in today's Dublin?
It's very difficult because most people want to go to work and they don't want to be killed. But we try to fit in as best as we can.
Sounds good.
I'm probably not going to answer any questions for you today.
Don't be worried, folks.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I love it.
We get paid to wander the streets and shout at people. You know, they pay adults. We're all wandering around shouting. It's great. It's the perfect job for Irish people.
The only problem is you're not allowed to drink and drive, don't you?
Well, yes, but we have a
drink,
special...
You can drink and guide.
We have a special
I can't drink and
rule.
drive. And the rule is?
The rule about drinking? Yeah, you have to have 2. You know, just to get ready. To loosen yourself up in the morning.
But Guinness or something else?
No, it has to be Guinness. It's illegal to drink other drinks and drive around, but you can drink Guinness. Okay. Irish people are allowed to drink as much as they want.
Well, don't worry, guys. I'm wearing a life jacket, but the vehicle is seaworthy, okay? Yeah, I think so. This is Patrick's life jacket. You don't have any.
How cold is the water?
What?
How cold is the water?
It's minus
Safety,
20.
yeah, absolutely.
There's a sea lion down there, and he's going to show us in. I don't know, how cold is the water? 10 degrees?
It's
Ja, nee, Vicky, goed.
amazingly hot now.
Was sagst du? Ich bin sprachlos. So viele Leute.
And you guys are from?
Germany.
Very much.
Tübingen. Southern region, Tübingen, Baden-Württemberg.
Okay, that's in the area of Munich, is it?
About 4 hours away.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
the Austrian side or the French side?
More the French side. Black Forest.
To be a Viking is you need to be able to roar very, very loud. So when Patrick says 1, 2, 3, just go "Roar," really fierce, okay? And the whole intention is to scare people. Like if somebody's holding a coffee on the street and you scare them and they jump and they spill their coffee. That's excellent. That's full points, okay? If you get people looking at a map or something like that and you scare them, then they might tear their map. You know, things like that. Yeah. But we try and target just vulnerable people, you know, people who are with their backs to us, maybe talking quietly to each other, and then we sneak up very, very quietly and we go, "Ah!" And they, boom. But we try and avoid old people because we don't know what their hearts are like, so we just get fresh young people, okay, and we scare them. Avoid old people. We don't have a defibrillator on board. Right.
But we also in the Red Cross, so it don't matter.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
oh, so great, sure. We could leave lots of victims behind and then fix them.
Yeah. And then feel good about it, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Get it fixed for free. Yeah.
Anschnallen ist Pflicht. Anschnallen ist
Where are
Pflicht.
you guys from?
Germany.
Germany, and you're late. You're all about it. They're not from Germany. Where are you really from? You're from Switzerland. Come on. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Viking tour. Okay, so quickly before we head off, we're going to do the safety. Who can complete this sentence? A, B, C, D, E.
F, G.
That's right. You'd be surprised how many people say F. A stands for arms and heads. Keep them inside the vehicle. Don't be sticking your heads or your hands out here. If bits of finger get chopped off or lumps of hair get pulled off, we're in a hurry. We don't have time to run around catching every bit of hair that gets pulled off, right? B stands for butts. Keep them in the seats. C stands for seat belts. Is everybody wearing their seat belt? Great. Now.
Go.
Now. Great, I better put on my seatbelt. Where is the thing? Oh, yeah. You're going to use the ejector seat. A, B, C, A, B, C. What comes after C? D. Thank you, buddy. A, B, C. D is for drinking. Adults, no drinking. If you've got tea or water or coffee or something like that, drink it. But if you have alcohol, you have to share it with me and Colum. A, B, C, D. E is for eating. No eating. Do you know why? Because underneath the floorboards is the bilge pump. And that's the machine that removes the water off the boat. And if that gets blocked, we won't be able to get the water off the boat in about a half an hour. It's going to come in very handy. A, B, C, D. F is for farting.
Darfst nicht pupsen hier.
No farting, lads. No farting. Elliot. What about this guy here? No farting? No? So, no, F is for fires. No smoking. No smoking, anybody. If we see smoke, we're going to think you're on fire. We're going to get this fire extinguisher and hit you over the head with it. There's the Little Museum of Dublin. There's a fellow who works in there. He looks like Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber. He's in there on Fridays. Now, so guys, who are we? Who are we? The Viking. Good man, Elliot. That's right, we're the Vikings. So we are. And we are a raiding party. So we're all together, aren't we? So the first thing we're going to do is say hello to the people across from you. Say hello. Your life might depend on it. Say hello. Hello. Say hello. That's good. Good. Now say hello again and tell them what you had for breakfast. Cereal. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. We're the Vikings. And look at all these people. Look at all these people. Look at them. They're all bad. We're good. They're bad. Bad. He's bad. Ah, she's nice. He's bad. She's bad. He's nice.
Come on. Don't dress up like D'Artagnan. It's D'Artagnan.
Let's D'Artagnan. Let's scare him. When I go 3, give him a good roar. 1, 2, 3.
Hey D'Artagnan, where's the other 2 musketeers? Where's your sword?
So guys, we're the Vikings, they're the Celts, and as English people surely know, Celts are very sneaky. Very sneaky people, aren't they? Very hard to get a good... Oh look at Dublin. Isn't Dublin beautiful? Look, isn't it? Usually you only see this when you're getting kidnapped. Yeah. So what do we do to these Celts lads? What? Kill them? Oh, we can't kill them, they're in the EU. Do you know what we'll do? Let's frighten them. I'll show you how to do the Viking roar, will I? Viking roar, this is how you do it. Now put one hand in the air like this. Put the other hand in the air like this. Now make a face like you just had something that came from Germany. And when I go 1, 2, 3, you go roar. 1, 2, 3. Roar! 1, 2, 3. Roar! 1, 2, 3. That's the stuff. That's the stuff we're going to frighten these guys today. So when I became a Viking, I went to see my granny. She gave me this hat. She said it'll make you look tough. Do I look tough, Elliot?
Yeah.
Who are we looking at? Look. Who are we looking for today? Who are we going to scare today? Celts. With a certain type. Do you know what type? Them that are walking around by themselves. Lone. Vulnerable. Lost. Those are the ones we're going to be scaring. Oh, look. 1, 2, 3. We just ruined their first date. So adults, can all the adults put one hand in the air? Adults, help. Adults, put your hand in the air. Yeah. Now, so leave your hand in the air, adults, if you've ever been in love. Just one hand, Italy. Put your hands up. Guess who's in Dublin? Guess who's in Dublin? Well, you can put your hands up. Guess who's in Dublin? Guess who's in Dublin? Saint Valentine. Saint Valentine. He's around the corner there. There's a church called Whitefriar Street Chapel Church. You can go there. If you've got a crush on somebody at work or something like that, you can go there. There's a book, Saint Valentine's book. You can write the name in the book. And then Saint Valentine will help to make that thing happen for you. Yeah? And if that doesn't work, there's another book in there. It's dedicated to Saint Jude. And he's the patron saint of lost causes. So you can write the name in there too if you want. I'd be in there every week writing down names. Above the door, see them? They're roundels. They're roundels. They're depicting scenes from a book called Gulliver's Travels, written by Jonathan Swift. The reason they're up there is because there's he was the Dean of St. Patrick's Cathedral. There it is. Younger people, you'll know him. He's the grandfather of Taylor Swift. And he was the Dean in there. He was a very religious man. What he liked to do was give long sermons. His sermons lasted between 2.5 and 4 hours long. If you fell asleep while he was giving the sermon, he would walk up to your seat and shout the sermon at you until you woke up. Counts. Now, I better drink some Viking tea. Leona.
Wikinger tea.
These are the Ivy Trust buildings. These are the Ivy Trust buildings. These were built by the Guinness family to store their workers, because the workers were dying young from living in terrible conditions. So they built these houses here so they could live in them. And also, these are the first apartments in Ireland and especially in Dublin to be electrified. So they are. German people, electricity is an invisible substance that comes into your house and makes light.
Do you understand?
I don't think they know what I'm talking about.
Need some help. Need some help.
Oh, we need some help, kids. Imogen, push the boat. Lucas, William, everybody. Elliot, push the boat up the hill. Julia.
Du musst drücken, drücken. Leon, du musst drücken. Das hochgeht.
Get up the hill. Leonie, push it up the hill.
Drücken, dass wir hochkommen.
Push.
Drücken.
Push it.
Komm, du musst drücken. Nur drücken, dass du hochkommst. Jetzt kommen wir gar nicht hoch.
Well done, guys. Did anybody's ears pop there? Anybody's ears pop? Oh. Well, your ears might pop now because we're about to go down Dublin's biggest hill, see? And look at that there. See that bridge? That's based on the Bridge of Sighs in Venice. Does anybody feel like they're in Venice right now? A bit? Guess who's in there? Guess who's in? Oh, look at the competition. Those are the enemy. Don't wave. 1, 2, 3.
Chuck the fire extinguisher on them.
Get the fire extinguisher. So guess who's in Christchurch Cathedral? Tom and Jerry. One day they were cleaning out the organ, and in the organ pipe they found a mouse, and behind it a cat. They'd been stuck in there for 60 years. They took them out of the organ pipe, they did the normal thing. They put them in a glass display case and they put them on show down there in Christchurch Cathedral. You can go and visit them. Also, this is where people were turned into knights, in here, Christchurch Cathedral. I'll try and get to the beach last year.
What about these two?
These two?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get them. 1, 2, 3. Ah! No, they're not scared of us. They obviously have children, they're not scared. Look, there's our boat, everybody. See? Who's got the keys? Who's driving later? I'm not. Oh, you'll drive to man later. Now look here at the ground. That's a Viking house. And here's a lady making up a crazy story and telling it to tourists.
None of it's true!
It's all made up.
It's all lies.
Made up story. The Viking house has a round circle at the front on the right. That's a hole in the ground. That was the toilet. In the morning, the Vikings go outside, hole in the ground. That was the toilet. They'd squat there and go to the bathroom. If the neighbour was out at the same time, they could talk to her. And if she wasn't there, they could talk to the people walking past. Am I making anybody homesick? This is the centre of Viking Dublin. The Vikings turned Dublin into a town. It was just a settlement before that. Around here, when they excavated the area, the most common things they found was slave collars, because the Vikings were slave traders. They also found spearheads, axe heads, early versions of the iPhone, iPhone 2, 3, all them ones. These are our enemy. Our enemy is coming up along the side here, look.
Hate it when they're happy. Hate it.
Hey!
Hey, how's it going?
Look, see
Be
everybody,
careful,
look.
we're going to roar at you.
There's the Liffey. Liffey means life. That's a tidal river. It's a tidal river. That means it goes up and down 4 to 5 meters every day. When is the best time to jump in the Liffey? No, never. Don't jump in there. That's not. No. It's full of all sorts of things. Like, it comes from an Irish word. There's the forecourts See, forecourt's over there. They do 3 types of law in there. They do civil law, they do criminal law, and they do... Oh no, they don't. They just do 2. There's only 2.
So the other 2 courts are a tennis court and a badminton court.
Oh, it's a badminton court that they use in there as well.
The Chinese Celt here. Chinese Celt.
Oh, Chinese Celt.
Hi, Irish, sing a song.
Start singing!
Hey Irish, sing a song. Now. These are the council buildings. These are the ones that were being built that caused the excavation to happen, that caused them to find the Viking remains. They're all now in the archaeology museum. We'll pass it later, I'll show it to you. See the brown thing, the brown structure? That represents the front of a Viking ship. See? That's what the front of the ship would look like coming at you. And look at the Viking ship to the left of the bus shelter. See? That's to remind everybody this Vikings were the people who turned Dublin into a town. Now, we have lots of people here from Italy, Germany and England today, don't we? So your countries are famous for culture, right? You like culture, don't you? Yeah? See that there? That's the centre of cultural Dublin. That's Temple Bar, over the other side of those buildings there. Yeah. Temple Bar has 5 theatres, including the Art Theatre. It has the Irish Film Institute. It has the National Photography Archive. Actually, if you guys are interested in culture, go there at 3 o'clock in the morning and you'll see culture flowing out of people's mouths as they walk down the street. There's the Millennium Bridge. There was a competition all over Ireland. The man who won got to build the bridge. Isn't it beautiful? Look. It's plain for a reason. The reason the bridge is plain is so it doesn't overshadow Dublin's most famous bridge. Look. Here's Dublin's most famous bridge, the Halfpenny Bridge. Opened in 1816. It used to cost half a penny to go across. Ireland and Wolf are the people who built the Titanic. They also came here in 1947 and they fixed up the bridge. It was starting to fall apart. When they were here rebuilding the bridge, there was a very cold winter. So there was blizzards and there was snow. And guess what came down the Liffey? A huge iceberg. No, it did not. I will get them all around the corner. Now, look at this bridge here. English people, you're going to love this. We were used to be in this awesome thing. It was called the British Empire. And during that time, Queen Victoria used to love coming to Dublin. She came here in 1901 and she went across that bridge in her carriage, no big deal, right? The very next day, the Irish newspaper called the Irish Times, they had the most famous misprint in Irish newspaper history. They reported that a large crowd cheered when Queen Victoria pissed over Carlisle Street Bridge. They meant to say passed. They made a little mistake when they were writing the paper. There's Daniel O'Connell. You can see he's got white hair. That's from worrying about us. See?
Who's he, Patrick?
He's known as the Great Emancipator. He had the penal laws repealed here. Penal laws were oppressive laws against the Catholic population of Ireland, which is 95% of the country. He went to Westminster and he had them repealed. So he's our version of Martin Luther King.
We weren't allowed to go to school, we weren't allowed to own...
You weren't allowed to go to school, you weren't allowed to own anything. You weren't allowed to own a horse over £5 if it cost more than £5. All this. You can imagine. 1, 2, 3.
Run!
He's making it all up. See this bridge here, guys? See this bridge? See that bridge out there? There's 24 bridges going across the Liffey. That's the only one named after a woman. That's the Rosie Hackett Bridge. See? She was a woman who worked on human rights here in Ireland. And look at the bridge. You see there's a man walking on it? That shows you that the bridge is perfectly safe to cross. Unlike the women in Ireland. Don't cross them, I can tell you it's not a good idea. Look at all our enemies there. They're itching for a fight. Look at them. Isla, do I sound like a dog?
Viking invasion.
Viking invasion, yeah. The Vikings used to come down the Liffey here. This is where they came into Dublin, down this Liffey, off up there, they'd moor their boats and then they go into Viking Dublin, which was up there. Remember where we saw Christchurch Cathedral? Up there.
Les Street.
Was a French Huguenot. He was being religiously persecuted in France, so he came to Ireland to escape from religious conflict. And this street is named after him. He was the sheriff here, the Lord Mayor, and he was also the commissioner for wide streets. That's why they named this street after him, that's why. Look at this shop here, look at that pink shop. That's where women go to get their eyebrows tinted. Me and Philip are going there later. Who wants to come with us? Dublin's best bed and breakfast. Look at that grey building. It's free. And they'll come and pick you up anywhere in the country and bring you there. And in the morning, they give you a big bacon sandwich to eat. That's Dublin Police Station. Don't go there. There's Trinity College. Trinity was founded in 1592 by this awesome woman. Her name was Queen Elizabeth I of England. She gave a royal charter to Ireland that allowed us to have a university. Oh, look at these two. Look, look.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3. Welcome to Ireland. Oh no, here they come. Oh no.
We didn't do
oh
it.
no.
We didn't do it.
Beatrice, 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 Beatrice. Say sorry to these guys. Say, everybody else look out this way. Beatrice, Beatrice. Isla, say sorry, say sorry. Everybody else look out this way. Oh, we escaped, we escaped. Queen Elizabeth gave a royal charter to Ireland. That's how we have this university. There's 17,000 students there today. Hold hands. 1, 2, 3. Wow! We don't like happiness. Us and the English have the same thing in common. We don't like being happy. We're only happy when we're sad. Isn't that right? Yeah. Like I was saying about Trinity College, it was founded by a woman. Her name was Queen Elizabeth. But the first woman to go there didn't happen until 1904. Her name was Marion Johnston. They blocked women from Trinity College. The excuse they gave was, they said that women are too beautiful. If women go to Trinity College, they'll disrupt the men from their studies, they won't be able to pass their exams. That's what they said. Marion Johnson went there in 1904. Unfortunately, she never got to pass her exams either. She ran away with her lecturer.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, really. Yeah. Man Lorenzo. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Celts are sneaky, aren't they? Sneaky Celts. Look at that lovely tree. Look at that lovely tree. That tree is where St. Patrick used to baptize pagans and turn them into Christians. Christianity is a cosmetic innovation. Underneath we were still pagans. Look in there. That's Trinity College. That's the back. They play a game out there. It's called cricket. Cricket is the most amazing game in the world. Yes, Elliot? You play it. It's amazing, isn't it? I'll tell you one good thing about cricket. If you fall into a coma and then later come out of it, nothing's changed in the game. I'm only messing with you. Oh, I'm on Tinder, look. Kildare Street Gentlemen's Club. But they couldn't find any gentlemen in Ireland, so now Alliance Française have it and they teach English in there, and also French. Oh, look, look, look. 1, 2, 3. She obviously has kids, so it's impossible to scare her. There's the National Library of Ireland. Anybody here, you're from Germany, England and Italy, right? If you have any Irish ancestors, any Irish roots, you can find them in there. That's the genealogy department. There's the National Library of Ireland, you go in there. There's W.B. Yeats, Ireland's greatest poet. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature. He was in love with Ireland's most beautiful woman. Her name is Maud Gonne. There's the National Archive Museum, the National Archaeology Museum. That's where all the Viking stuff is. It's free to go there. It's open every day except Monday. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Ireland. That's how we welcome people to Ireland. Oh, look, look. Perfect. Look at these. 1, 2, 3. No smoking. Is smoking good or bad? Is smoking good or bad? Bad, yeah, bad. What age are you, Elliot? 10. You're smarter than that woman. She was like 25. There's Shelburne. Wave to the doorman. Wave to the doorman. That's the Shelburne Hotel.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there he is. He's helping somebody. See the doorman? Look at the door. See? That doorman has the best job in the world. The Shelburne Hotel has a revolving door. I think, who's here today? Rolling Stones? Rolling Stones are meeting Michael D. Higgins.
Really, huh?
No. We're Michael D.
They
Higgins.
were here last week.
Somebody's here.
Oh, the president of Korea was here.
President of Korea?
Yeah,
North Korea?
But down
Ooh.
in Marion Square.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. He looks familiar. Who's he?
That's South Korea.
South Korea. I think he asked us to play a song earlier. Sing a song. There's Wolf Tone. Wolf Tone died here trying to free Ireland, 1798. Casey Peaches. Look at them cappuccino Celts. 1, 2, 3.
Fahren wir gerade am Hugenotten-Friedhof vorbei.
There's the Huguenot Cemetery. There, all the French Huguenots are buried in there, including the man who invented the crossword. If you're looking for his grave, it's up 7 and to the right 4. Yeah, you're all, yeah. O'Donoghue's. Who likes One Direction? Who likes One Direction? Daddy, you like it? Ireland's first boy band started in there in 1962. They were called the Dubliners. They played traditional Irish music. They go there and play music. Your man was very happy. I just want to show you a famous house here. Look at number 16. See number 16? That's Oscar Wilde's house. Look. See? No, it's not. Look at this, the Department of Finance. Look, there's two hard at work fixing up the finance for the country. Oh, 1, 2, 3. You're on the wrong bus. This is the Irish Prime Minister. It's called Taoiseach. Taoiseach is the Irish word for thief. Sorry, chief. And he's in there, so he is. His name is Leo the Lion Varadkar. Here's the Dead Zoo, Natural History Museum. It's a great place to bring kids. And here's the Dead Zoo for adults, the Irish Parliament. See? Hey Lucas. Imogen. Sophia. Sophia number 2. Sophia number 3. And who am I forgetting? William Elliot. Lorenzo. Isla. Leone. And who? Beatrice. Beatrice. I think I got everybody there. And Lorenzo. See that there? That's the Marion. That's Marion Square. They used to burn witches in there, but they stopped all that a few weeks ago. It's safe to go there now. And see these here? These are Georgian houses. Look at the doors are black. See? When Queen Victoria died in 1904, they painted the doors black in respect for the dead Queen. This led to an unforeseen problem. When the rich men were coming home drunk at night, sometimes they would go into the wrong house. Some of the wives were happy about this. Some not so much. So they started painting them different colours. See? Oh, and also, these houses were custom built for the people who lived in them. And look at the doors are big. They're bigger than a normal door. Because back then, rich women had very big dresses that they would wear, and that's why the door is big, so they could get in and out while they were wearing their dress.
It's beautiful in there, isn't it? So quiet.
In the Marion Square? Ah. We have 4 major squares in Dublin: Marion Square, Fitzwilliam Square, Mountjoy Square, and Stephen's Green. Hey Isla, are you too hot? Are you too hot? You okay? Hey everybody, look at that church in the distance out the front window. See that? That's called St. Stephen's Church. See? The local people call it the pepper canister or the pepper pot because of the top. See the top? See the top? In fact, if you grab the top, turn it upside down and shake it, little priests will fall out.
Das sind Siemensköste, das wird ein Pfefferstreuer.
Just around this corner, I'll show you a statue. See the lamppost. See the lamppost. See at the bottom of the lamppost. See there's a child. See that? Holding on a rope. See? That's there to remind everybody that a long, long time ago there was this place that children used to go to play. It was called outside. And some of the stuff they had there, fresh air, exercise and sunshine. But they got rid of that system and they replaced it with a much better one called Xbox. And that's why that's there. Also, these were tenement houses. These are tenement houses and the children spent most of their day outside. Welcome to Ireland. Come back here. Come here. Come here. Come here. One of these houses, the census man, in 1904, the census man found 17 families living in one of these houses. It was 104 people. Yeah? Typical tenement conditions. They had no running waters, which meant they had no bathroom. We're opening a tenement museum here in Dublin. It's going to be on Henrietta Street.
I saw the one in New York there about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Oh, there's one in New York as well. Donald Trump is opening one in New York. There's the Grand Canal. There's two canals in Dublin, the Grand Canal and the Royal Canal. Grand Canal is the smaller of the two, that's why it's called the Grand Canal. And this is based on the Grand Canal in Venice. Now, does anybody feel like they're in Venice? No.
Some help.
No. See the path going along the side? Barges with Guinness would go down these, because these connect the main river in Dublin, the Liffey, to the main river in Ireland called the Shannon. The barge would go down here and be pulled by a horse, and a boy about Elliot's age would hold the reins of the horse and walk the whole lot down.
So you also split up here?
That gang of school kids.
So you also split up at the bridge?
Yeah, the lock. It's handy, so if they start causing a scene, you can just push into the water.
Practical.
It is practical. And also hygienic, because they'll get it like a nice wash.
Good flush.
Yeah. Where's the school kids?
No, yesterday we had a big gang of screaming school children.
Oh,
Forget about the mic, they were much louder than the mic.
Yeah.
And I'd say they woke up everybody here.
Hey everybody, look over there. See that stone building on the corner on the right? That's Beggar's Bush Military Barracks. So it is. And when we get a little bit closer, you'll see the pillars. There's black pillars. They're actually cannons. Because when we were part of the British Empire, the Napoleonic Wars happened. They brought the cannons off one of the decommissioned ships. They brought them here and they used them to make the posts. And at the very top, you'll see a half circle. It's half of a cannonball. They glued it, they stuck it to the top, they soldered it on. Leo Varadkar, the Prime Minister, came to check it out. He was very excited. He said if we're ever attacked from the air, that's going to come in really handy. Oh, Mommy, Daddy, watch your heads. Get down. We're going under Dublin's lowest bridge. Get down, get down, get down your head. Dad. Watch out. Watch out, watch out. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. There's the Viva. See this pink building? That's the gas works. All the gas in Dublin used to be stored there. That's right, buddy. How did you know that? That's brilliant. Now it's an apartment. It's full of people. But you know something, Elliot? On Saturday night, after loads of Guinness, it goes back to being the gas works again. That's right. Hands up, who likes Coronation Street? Me, you like it, Elliot? Cool, just the lads. I'll show you where Coronation Street is made. And also down here. Wah, wah, wah. Also, the Spice Girls made a video down there. It was called Stop. Stop. I wish they would stop. And look over here. Ex-girlfriend. She comes running out when she hears my voice. She probably wants that money back or something.
Dog racing.
Look, Greyhound racing. That's where the dog racing does be in Dublin. Shelburne Greyhound Racing Park. And look at the green door. That's where the jockeys go in. See?
You know they have dog racing on, isn't it, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays? But they have kitten racing on Mondays.
Oh.
And poodle racing on Wednesdays.
Oh. Kitten racing. That'd be great. Are you kidding me?
No.
Hey Leonie. Hey Isla. Hey Beatrice. Hey Elliot. Lorenzo. Okay. Who can swim here? I can swim. Can anybody? Lawrence. You can swim in Imogen. Lucas. Isla. Leonie. Who can swim? Yeah. So I'll save a few of the kids. Adults, you're on your own. So when we go in here now, lads, we have to have a quick safety thing because of what happened last week, okay? Actually, I'm feeling lucky. Let's just go straight in. Yeah. Don't worry about the safety thing. Grab onto something, everybody.
Let's go.
Hold on to something. Let's go in. Grab onto something. Here we go. Alright, you know what? Let's get. We might as well. I don't want to repeat it last week. Let's get some life jackets.
Maybe give me some beeps there.
Beep. Beep.
Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep.
Vehicle reversing.
Beep.
Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep. Vehicle reversing. Beep. 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 Beep.
Jetzt geht's ins Wasser. Muss ich mal gucken.
Lost him.
Jetzt kann man ins Wasser. Das macht's blub.
Beep. 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 Thanks, buddy. Here you go. Yeah, thanks, Fran. Now, everybody. La, la, la. Do, do, do. Who can read this for me? Who can read that out loud?
Keep seatbelt open on water.
Very good, yes. Because it's very hard to swim when you're wearing a truck, isn't it? Yeah. Now, look here, everybody. This is a life jacket. It's very similar to a jacket. The black bit goes on the inside, hands go through the holes, zip up the zipper, and then clip the clipper. Okay, so we only have one. Alright? So I'm going to give it to my favorite person. Here you go. Now. So guys, any problems on the water? Grab onto her. Grab her by the hair, the face. Doesn't matter, you got to survive, right? Now, hold on. I got one here. There's two here now.
Jetzt wird das Gefährt wasserfest gemacht.
Mama, guck mal. Auf.
Ja, jetzt werden wir zum Boot. Tja, Leonie, aufpassen, hinsitzen. Hinsitzen. Jetzt gehen wir ins Wasser. Wird es aus dem Auto ein Boot. Findest du das cool?
Ja.
Alles gut? Wir werden nachher nochmal rutschen. Sag Hallo. Oh. Jetzt geht's ins Wasser.
Now, I hope somebody here is... Anybody here religious? Religious? Oh, thank God.
Just ask them to say prayer.
Imogen, can you say a prayer, please, right now? And everybody, while Imogen is saying the prayer, I want you to look at this blue sign. That blue sign says no swimming. So when we start to sink, please don't swim, okay? Because you'll get us in trouble.
It's against the law.
It's against the law. Yeah. Okay. Are you saying that prayer, Imogen? Because here we go. This is it. Remember I was telling you about last week? This isn't where it happened. Ready?
Really?
Is everybody holding on? Isla, are you holding on to something? Okay. Sophia, William, Lucas,
Okay.
Imogen.
Do this with me.
Okay. Okay, here we go, lads. Go. Oh! We stayed over the water. Ah, Grace. Shoot.
So, jetzt sind wir auf dem Liffey.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, guys. Guys, look, the sea creature is very territorial. We're going to go over here now and give him what for. Imogen, everybody. Julia, Beatrice. 1, 2, 3. We start with the alpha male. Get him over here and attack. We have to make our escape. Welcome to the Grand Canal Basin. This is the basin that connects the Liffey with the Shannon. Shannon is the main river that runs through Ireland. Liffey is the main river that runs to Dublin. There's the layer of the sea creature. He's recently laid some younglings. There they are. He's now teaching them to swim and to fish, and so they can go to find their own Grand Canal Basin and live in it. This is his territory out here. He doesn't control this territory. This is the Grand Canal Basin. It's 150 million gallons of water. It takes 4 hours to empty this. On the bottom is tiles, and there's fish in. Actually, can I have a volunteer, please? Oh, Elliot, can you jump in and check the fish for me? No, don't. How about you joking? See those brown warehouses? That's all that will used to be around here. Just those brown warehouses. But people in England, you all know that there's low corporation tax here in Ireland. This is the result. Because this is the centre of IT and social media in Europe. Right here. Who's around here? If you look at your phone, all that stuff on your phone, their business is around here. Over there is Airbnb, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube. Everything's around here. Everything you can think of is around here. I'll show you Facebook. In the corner. See the one that looks like the front of a ship? It looks like the front of the Titanic? There's Facebook. Yeah, all your friends are in there, Elliot. And your mommy and daddy. They're all in there. Oh, if you want to write a letter to Facebook, the address is #1 Misery Hill, Dublin, Ireland. Misery Hill. Because this used to be a leper colony all around here. Now the lepers work for the Viking Splash Tour, giving tours. Don't touch them. Don't let them touch you. See that there? That's Dublin's first multinational. U2. That's Hanover Key Recording Studio. U2 do work in there. Do you know U2, Elliot? No, U2. U2 is a band from the 90s. And the lead singer is Bono. They're very popular. And you can go there and write a message. On the other side, it's legal. People from all over the world come write messages for Bono and the rest of U2. One day, a fella from Italy came here. He wrote on the wall. Do you know what he wrote? He wrote, "Bono, you are great." And then a fella from England showed up, and he wrote, "What's the difference between God and Bono? God doesn't think he's Bono." And the building next door, the big white building, that's where Bono keeps all his tax returns. They've applied for planning permission for an extension. See this white building here, this white hotel? That's the Marker Hotel. That design is based on the Giant's Causeway up in Northern Ireland. Do you know the Giant's Causeway? Everybody knows the Giant's Causeway? That's what they use as inspiration. There's the Board Gosh Theatre. Gosh is the Irish word for gas. That's a large theatre for holding shows. Swan Lake, Phantom of the Opera, whatever you think of is on in there. Now everybody, look at these red poles. Look at these red poles here, look. Look at them. Aren't they lovely? What do you reckon that is? What's that?
Venice?
What?
Venice?
Venice? That's modern art. Those red poles are something that grows in a forest. What grows in a forest? Good man, Elliot. And look at the green benches. What do you think they are? Good. It's grass. Trees and grass. Modern art. Children. This here took 4 years to make. It cost 5 million euros. The lady who made it, Martha Schwartz, her reward was 3 million euros. So my message to you guys is, always pay attention in art class, because it might come in handy at some point.
Give the seagulls a roar.
Well, yeah, let's roar at the seagulls, will we? 1, 2, 3.
Roar!
Oh, we got one. These are Irish free-range sea chickens. If you're wondering where eggs come from, these are the lads who lay them. There's a farmer comes out here in a boat and gets them. Now, so you're not going to fall over with shock when I say this next bit, are ye English people? But here in Ireland, we have no interest in being ruled by the British. And we've had loads of revolutions. And one of the most famous ones was the 1916 Rising. There's loads before, and that there is where they had one of the strongholds from the 1916 Rising. That building there, it was urban warfare. That's That's Boland's Bakery. Boland's Bakery, see? Major John McBride, the hero who died trying to free Ireland. He was in there. And that's a biscuit factory. So what do you think the rebels did when they grabbed the building? What's the first thing they did? They ate the biscuits. They ate all the biscuits. And then they threw the biscuit tins out the window so that the other soldiers, when they were coming, they'd make a noise when they stepped on the big biscuit tins. Irish military tactics. Very good, aren't they? See this bridge? That bridge is famous. It's unique because this bridge is the only time a ship and a train had a crash. It was open to let a ship through, a train is coming at the same time, brakes fail, boom, goes over the edge, lands on top. So now this next bit is just a coincidence, so don't get excited. On the day, both vehicles were being driven by women. I'm only joking, women can't drive trams. See the dark building? Can you see the dark building? Just coming into view now. In the distance. That's Mordor. See? No. That's Google. That's the headquarters for Google in there. See? It's 67 metres tall. It's the tallest building in Dublin. See it? If your phone runs out of battery, just knock on the door. They know everything. They'll be happy to tell you. These are barges. These are the barges. See this one? Looks like a pint of Guinness on St. Patrick's Day. See? These were what the Guinness family would have used to bring Guinness down the countryside, down the canal system. But now they're houses. People live in them, so they do. Now, imagine living on a boat. Imagine living on a boat. Imagine that.
Imagine working on a boat.
Imagine working on a boat, yeah.
Driving a boat.
Imagine driving a boat around. There's the Irish free range sea chickens. So everybody, you've probably heard of the Celtic Tiger. The Celtic Tiger was a period of economic expansion here in Ireland, and during that time these apartments were built. Those are the most expensive apartments in Ireland. Each apartment cost 2.75 million euros. I'm going to tell you what's inside. Each apartment has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2 living rooms. And that's it. That's right, you're very clever. There's no kitchen. That's right, there's no kitchen. Because the man who designed them said, if you're rich enough to live in my apartment, you're rich enough to eat out every night. Now, guess who owns the top floor, guys? Guess who owns the top floor? Bono. That's right. Bono owns the top floor. He likes, when he's working in the recording studio, he likes to be close by. So it's a short trip, because the house is down in South Dublin. Actually, if you like U2, come here in the morning. Sometimes you can see Bono. He will come out of his apartment. He will walk across the water and he'll go into the recording studio. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to see. Okay, the sea creature is obviously multiplying. A man in Ireland, he came up with this great idea. He wanted to make the hull of a boat. He had no iron. So what he did instead, he poured concrete into the mold of a hull, into that shape. And that's what that boat, the hull, is made out of. There, it looks like a pint of Guinness with a cigarette stuck in the top, see? That was used off the west coast of Ireland from 1956 up until 1982 to ferry out to an island called Inishmore. Inish means island, More means big. That's the big island off the west coast of Galway. It ran up until 1982. Everything they needed on the island would go out in that ship there, see? Everything. Guinness, sugar, tea, anything. Cattle, sheep, anything you can think of. Okay? Who likes X Factor? X Factor. See? See the 3 Arena, everybody. That's where Irish X Factor is filmed, in there. See? The judge's name is Simon O'Cowell. In winter time, they freeze the floor of the 3 Arena, and then they play games of ice hockey. And Simon O'Cowell does referee those games because he's got nothing else for doing in winter time. See the St. Enda, everybody? Look at St. Enda. So, I was doing this tour one day. There was a woman from Galway on the tour. She had been on that when it was a ferry ship. She told me one day she was going out to Inishmore. She sat on a bench on the deck. As she was approaching the island, The sailors came out of the boat, they ran over to her screaming. They said, get up, get up, get up. She wasn't sitting on a bench, she had been sitting on somebody's coffin. Good thing your man was dead, he'd be very insulted.
Hi, hier ist wieder Chris von Erlebnis Irland EU. Das war unsere heutige Tour durch Dublin. Ich hoffe, sie hat euch gefallen. Wenn ja, dann lasst uns doch einfach eine gute Wertung bei iTunes oder einen Kommentar da. Die Zusammenfassung findest du wie immer auf unserer Homepage erlebnisirland.eu oder in den Shownotes. Genauso wie die Links zur Stadt Dublin und auch zu Viking Splash Tours. Dann bleibt mir nur noch zu sagen, ich wünsche einen schönen Tag. Ich hoffe, bei dir ist es genauso kühl wie bei mir im Büro. Wenn nicht, dann viel Spaß heute Mittag im Biergarten oder im Freibad. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Euer Chris.